Class 9, this is your December portions, Chapter 9, Forms in HTML. How you create a form. Like you might have seen registration forms where if you're signing up, it will ask your name, user, your mail ID, phone number. How is that form being created? Yeah, that we'll be discussing in this chapter. Forms in HTML. So why is form is used? Is a field or field of information or page resembles a paper or database. So at the back end, it will be a database attached. Whatever you are sending, it will be stored in that database. Yes. So you can like a user your mail ID when you are giving your mail ID username is asked. That is also a form. Yeah. So we are going to see creating a form. Form has a header. So this is a small example of a form. You can see sample form. This is known as a form header. This first name, last name, these are the input fields. Email, mail, fields. So male and female we call checkbox, like a radio button. Either one can be selected. Email address, first name, first. These are the text values you give. Then the action button, whether to send this or reset. Reset means all the values what you entered will be removed and you can enter once again. So this is the basic structure of a form looks like. So form header, you have gone through input fields. These were the input fields. Action button, the set and either send, you can even make it a submit or reset. That would have been common to you. Submit and reset. So see how we are going to write the code. HTML body form. So we are telling HTML and body, inside the body we are telling form is an opening tag, form elements, then the closing tag. So in this form only form elements will be appearing at the form header. Yes, then form methods is used to communicate with the server. Like you can see over here, you're getting some values with the first and last name, right? It has to be collected and sent to the server. So that is basically a form method doing it. Get and post. Get means it will get the values and it will post to the, but we will say that post, while sending data, get methods adds the data to the URL and the length of the URL is limited, so comparatively less secure than post. So we have two methods of giving, get and post method. Get post method will lot of information passed to the server, and this is little more secure than, so customers can't see it directly. Over here you can't, if the URL you will not be able to see it. Then the form action, what the action, whether it's submit or the whether it has to submit or when you click on the submit it has to shake you to a mail ID, what action has to take on submission to be submitted to be either URL or email to. You can see that particular code they have explained. So this form they have created. Sample form, this is a heading over here, form header. Form action, they are told when you're submitting it has to be posted in a particular URL. Then they are given the heading first name. It will be a text. First name will be a text. Yes, of course. Last name also will be a text. Email address will be a type of text. Sex will be a. So radio button, which means either this male will be selected or female will be selected. You can't select both. Then send means submit, equivalent to submit, and reset means you clear all the values. So what were the input elements you have seen over here? In text file you have seen, and the checkboxes. Okay, so let's see. So input elements can be, input means whatever the value comes in, it can be a text, checkbox, radio button, or a password box. Password box means only like dots you will see. You will not see the characters that has been entered. Checkbox is a tick mark. Radio button is what you have seen for male and female. Only one can be selected. Yes. Then we have different elements like drop down list. Drop down list means if in some Google Forms you might have seen the state's name given in a list, down to down list. So you just need to select that name from that particular list. Though that is known as a drop down list. Text area means you can type in. When you asked you enter your address, you are typing in that one. Okay. So over here you can see name and password. Password will be hidden type. So we'll be using which input type? Password box. And name will be text type. So have a look. Input given type is text name, first name, size we are given 20 characters can be entered, maximum value we have given. Then we are seeing password and what will be the maximum length of it. Then adding checkbox, that's a tick mark, how to add it. So over here you can give whichever is your degree. If I am graduate and I am also a postgraduate, so I will be putting 2 tick marks. I'm only a graduate, I would have given only graduate, but still I'm graduate and postgraduate, I'll be giving 2 tick marks over here. Then adding radio button. Radio means male and female. Only one can be selected. A person cannot be both male and female, right? Either a female or a male. Or we have a transgender. But over here they are given only 2 options. That's female or male. Only one option can be selected. For that purpose we'll be using radio button. Then password field, if you want the characters to be hidden. And drop down. This is what I told you. When you enter the state list in your any of your form. In that forms, these names will be listed and you can just need to select it, not type them out. Adding buttons, that is our submit and reset button. Reset means clears the content and set the default. You will get a cleared output. If you want to submit, you can click on submit. Adding multiple text lines, rows and columns. So you can see over here within this another scroll bar, and that you are able to add as a text area. So we have seen the applications like educational websites. They will use name, address to collect, and online purchasing center. They will ask you to give your details, your payment details also. Online feedback form, where registration forms and interactive chat sessions. On basis we are using the forms. Yeah, I think with this the chapters was clear for you. Have a nice day, children.